What's up, everyone? This is Daniela. Gonna be doing a general reading here today. Decks I have right now out are the Cozy Witch Tarot deck, the Intuition Oracle deck, and then in here is my favorite deck, the Wandering Star deck. Awesome. Let's first pull some Oracle cards. Let me clear the table here. Alright, first actually I have my pendulum out, so let's take a look at what we might be looking at for who this message is for. Alright, it looks like it's a hard swing over here to Cancer. Back and forth between Cancer and it looks like Aquarius or Pisces. Cancer, Aquarius, and Pisces is what we have. Hard swing between those two. So just keep that in mind, though this is a general reading, it'll be meant for everyone. And only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right, Intuition Oracle is where we will start today. These are like super interesting looking cards. They have messages on the, really cool pictures on the front, and then they have messages on the back as affirmations. So that will kind of give us the vibe for this reading. And this is a general reading that is going to be between the 12th of April to the 20th of April. That is from the full moon in Libra to the quarter moon in Capricorn. Quarter moon in Capricorn, unleash your kindest self. Full moon in Libra just happened, find a balance. Awesome. Let's see what card fell out. All right, here is our card. Message here, the actor. Let's get it to focus. Let's put it up here. The actor. Affirmation. I know how to act properly and wisely in this situation. So whatever this reading is about, it's just a reminder. Wise and proper actions to take here. That's just like the reading I took yesterday. The card that came out first was talking about action. And right now we are in Aries season, which is fire. It's spring, so that's going to be the message for a while is action. It's time to go. Cool. Let's go ahead and set this one right here on the middle. All right, next we're going to get a tarot card out here from the Cozy Witch deck. Let's look at some interesting information here. These cards are interesting because they do have some words for the normal tarot card deck. So this is a 78 card deck. Let's go ahead and get some message here. All right, this one popped out. Temperance. Card number 14. All right, we have another card. 10 of Pentacles. These cards are sticking. Interesting. Let's try this again. Get some sanitizer. Clean the energies. All right, cool. All right, we had one card fall down already. Another one fell. Let's see what we got. First card to fall was Four of Pentacles. More Pentacles. Queen of Swords is what we'll have here at the bottom of the deck. Top of the deck. Queen of Cups. All right. Got two queens in the house. All right, queens. What we got? So the very first card is telling us, card number 9, I know how to act properly and wisely in the situation. And of course, that's the action that Queen is going to have to take in any situation. So top of the deck here, Queen of Cups. What does it say? Let's see if it'll focus. Honoring your emotions is one of the highest forms of self-care. So being wise, knowing to listen to your emotions, feel your emotions, but being wise when it comes to actually acting on those emotions, and when to actually just take your time for self-care, because that's of utmost importance, right? First card here that we got, Temperance. Let go of self-imposed limitations. This cozy witch also is just chilling with her self-care, drinking her tea. Yeah. Hydrate, y'all. Hydrate if you got some liquids. If you don't got some, go get some. Awesome. Hydration. Cool. So Temperance, card number 14. 10 of Pentacles. Having it all looks different to everyone. Not everyone wants a house full of cats. I do have a lot of animals. I love animals. But yeah, having it all looks different to everyone. Cool. And then we have 4 of Pentacles. Treat yourself to something shiny every now and again. Okay, cool. I like shiny stuff. Like, if you know me, you'll soon find out. Shiny is way of life. Okay, cool. And then here at the bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords. Don't you dare lower your voice to anyone. All right, she's even wearing that blue dress. Like, throat chakra, open up. Don't you dare lower your voice to anyone. All right, Queen. Queen of Swords, that's like Queen of Truth as well. Like being able to stand, being wise, and being able to stand in your truth when it's necessary to do your truth, but also being wise to know when it's time to back off. The traditional, like, Temperance card, that's a card of balance. That's balancing between self-care, care for others, being in your emotional self, being in your mental self, being able to balance between those two. So, yes. And then here we go. That's just like, that's the theme of the week, obviously. I mean, we're in the full moon in Libra. Full moon in Libra is about balance. And here we go, about balance again. Here we go, out of focus. But interesting too, we have Temperance is card number 14. And then we have 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. So we got 14, 14. We got doubles again. So whenever I see doubles, like you'll hear people talk about like these like twin flame situations, but like honestly, that's just like within yourself. That is your divine masculine, your divine feminine. That's inside of yourself, and being able to balance. You know, sometimes you have to be stern. Sometimes you have to have rigidity. You have to have your routines, your discipline. But then on the other side, you have your other side of the brain, which has to be creative. It has to be nurturing. It has to be loving. Like, because you have both sides of that within you. So being able to balance self-care as well as not backing down, being honest and true to yourself, and not being like a people-pleasing person. And like, if somebody needs to hear the truth, don't be afraid to say it, but also be like tactful about it. Like that's where the two queens remind us here is like, so either like, okay, if this was a love situation, seeing two queens in a story, honestly, it looks like if this is a relationship kind of situation, if this resonates with you, that it's possible that like two parts of this relationship situation are needing to balance like I'm the nurturer. No, I'm the nurturer. And like being able to like, okay, sometimes we have to know like when each like we have all those aspects. Like sometimes you are the nurturer, sometimes you are the stern person, like whatever the opposite, like the divine masculine part of that, like versus like the two different energies. Like we have to kind of balance within our relationships is like which is which is the part that I'm going to be bringing to the table at that time. Like, do I need to be in this person phase? Do I need to be in this phase? Which I can do it both. We can all do it all, but some of us are best at fitting into one role versus another, or being able to flip block between what makes sense in our relationships. And like honestly, like this is what we're moving into with the first quarter moon in Capricorn. Is just unleash your kindest self. So this is really just like inviting us all to, okay, check in. What is that kind, nurturing part that we have within us? How can we bring that to the table and be kind to ourselves first, and then also being kind to others, and like how to balance that between all of our friends and all of our family. Like just because we're being like friends with one person doesn't mean we have to like completely cut off our other friendships. You know, how do you balance that? And that usually is kind of like the struggle I've seen. Like many people, once they get into like a relationship, then like, oh, I don't got time for my best friend no more, or oh, I decide I'm not going to date this person, but maybe we're going to be friends. And it's like, no, I don't have time to be friends with all these other people, like because they're kind of like weighing themselves like or stretching themselves thin, you know. But let's see. Let's go ahead and get this other deck. Get another card out. I'm gonna use this last here deck, and I may even roll some dice here just to see if we get some other final messages that would be helpful for us. But yeah, Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is like, yeah, having it all does look different. Like not everyone is like needing to go into having this big corporate job and being able to like wait. That's the card that's at the bottom of the deck with this one too. So Ten of Pentacles. Let me shuffle these cards. So funny. So yeah, that's the message. Obviously, is like, okay, like the Ten of Pentacles, like your highest, whatever your life of luxury looks like, it looks different to everyone. So just because you may not be, you know, the king of your castle and being able to have your corporate job and have this fancy car and have all this stuff that you envision being the height, that you may actually meet a partner that their vision of what their Ten of Pentacles is different. So that's where you're really going to have to be able to understand, do you speak your truth and tell that person that, okay, this is not what we envision, maybe we can be friends or partners in some other kind of route, or is it actually thinking along the lines of, okay, our visions don't match, like, okay, let's not go this route, but being able to be wise about it and not like lower your voice and understand when it's time to kind of back down, and like if it's not reciprocal, you know, like it's time to back down and not even like go down that venture. But yeah, I shuffled these cards. Let's check. Okay, cool. So let's see if we get a word that might help us. Let's see. Or just like confirmation of like what we already see as the message. Another message here. Okay, a card fell. Seven of Swords. You can see the cards on here is like dishonest. The words theft, dishonesty. I feel like in the past that there might have been an issue with honesty by maybe not speaking the truth. You know, like maybe just like continually like closing off and not even actually being able to speak, and instead just like kind of like pretending like I don't know. Like, and then I did split the deck, and I'm seeing this card again, Four of Pentacles. Like, I didn't pull this card, but let's see the words that are on this is security, stability, and savings. Treat yourself to something shiny every once in a while. So, like, if you want to go for the star, go for the star, but, like, also knowing that, okay, you need to be honest. And are you going for the star because you want that shiny object, or are you actually going to nurture it and like actually shine with it? Like if it's a growing reciprocal relationship. So let's see. Another card. Ace of Cups. Here we go. Ace of Cups. Such a great card. So definitely there's love in this situation where there is definitely possibility of new beginnings, or you're going to renew a contract that you're currently in, but as long as both parties are honest and being able to balance their self-care, your self-care, and then also be completely honest and being able to speak the truth and not hold anything back, because there usually is like even a tension, like if people like don't even like an authentic relating training, we'll call this withholding. So like if you're withholding information, whether it be like great or bad, like whether it's like, oh my God, I love you and I don't want to say anything about it, or if it's like, you completely annoy me and I don't want to say anything about it. You know, like either way, there's going to be that tension between two people if there isn't anything said about it. So it could be any kind of situation, a work situation, you know, life, any we relate with people. Like anything that you do is going to relation with people, but if you're like withholding on information, then that is going to create that tension. So it's best to be completely honest. Speak if you do see value in that. You know, if you've reached out and you've like tried to extend that to somebody and they're like, oh, like not responding or like kind of ignoring you, like don't give effort to that. Like what's the point in doing that? Like, because it's like going to cause headache on your side. But in a situation where people are honest and open and able to communicate and being able to I found some information that was really cool about communication recently. I'll see if I can find it and post it on the social. But yeah, extending that olive branch like the dove, like being able to branch out with love. All right, so I am going to roll these dice just to see like maybe who our next reading's going to be about, maybe some confirmation as any of the synchronicities that we've already had in this reading. So let's roll them. We got the 11th house. We got Aries. We're in Aries season, so it's just like going back to what we were just in. And then this one is the node. This is, let's see, that's South Node. So let me check out these cards for that. I'll help us get the last information here. So Aries, we already know Aries is act. And then which, let's see, 11th house. I don't think that's the same one I had yesterday. Yeah, yesterday was 5th house. So this one is 11th house, which is community. And then the node is, let's see. Yeah, which one is that? North node, south node. I know there's a little line underneath it, but I super love cards because cards like will show us again which direction is up, which direction is down. like the thing is, like, some people want to memorize everything, and that's totally fine, like, to memorize everything. But if you have a brain that like is like super like unfocused like all the time that like it's not always the best thing to like just have all these like things running around in your brain. So like I always say, if you can think smarter, not harder, and do some kind of thing that's going to help you like get to the information you need quickly, then do that. Like, why memorize everything when you can get to the information quickly? Which I'm not saying don't study things, but use your resources wisely. Your computer is a brain, and like, your brain is a computer. Which way? I don't want to say that. Your brain is a computer, and like, are you needing to like hit Control Alt Delete and like reboot all the time? Okay. Anyways, enough of that. So that's North Node. North Node is for your soul purpose, evolutionary growth, untapped potential, life lessons, new experiences, ultimate fulfillment, and destiny. So the North Node here, this card says future. So act, future, community. So rely on your community going towards the future here. The 11th house also is friendships, collective endeavors, clubs, group involvement. So if you have friends that you want to connect with, find other ways that you can connect. Like maybe you can connect as a community. It doesn't actually have to be, a relationship. There's many ways that we can connect. Let's do a business together. Let's have fun together. Let's go play some games together. So 11th house, community, 49, 34, 1. I do want to finish off by reading about this card. There's more on the card other than the affirmation. Know how to act wisely and properly and wisely in the situation. So that is card number 9. All right. The heart of the matter. I will finish it with the heart of the matter. It is time to become aware of the politics of your situation. Life is a game, and games have rules. Sometimes appearances are very important, and a lifestyle is just as important as substance. Acting was one of the 3 holy arts of ancient India because an actor imitates the divine spirit when a character is brought to life to play a particular part in a drama. Furthermore, the ancient sages knew a powerful technique for achieving goals that is only now becoming known again, the technique of acting, as if the desired goal has been attained. Sometimes you should act, and most importantly, feel as if things are the way you would like them to be. This is the same that we manifest. You put that into your mind, and you're like, okay, well, wouldn't it be awesome if I did this thing? It's like, oh, I can imagine me being that thing. And then it's like, oh, the feeling that I would have when I be that thing. And then you throw that thought into the air, and then like you just forget about it, But you're still going to be doing those actions towards getting it. Like even if you like make a to-do list and like maybe you not go back to that to-do list, but like later on you might check it out and be like, oh shit, I didn't realize I just did like a lot of those things on the to-do list. But let me finish the reading here. Sometimes you should act, and most importantly, feel as if things are the way you would like them to be. This will alert and inform your powerful subconscious mind as to how you would like things to be, and your mind will then immediately begin using your intuition to guide you to your goal. You may then begin to see that things start moving in the direction, as if by magic. It may also become clear to you that you need to just readjust your priorities and your life. So the message is, again, find the balance within yourself and your friendships and your relationships, and then put in your mind what you envision your life to be and your relationships to be. And then once you put that thought into your head and start taking the actions that it needs to go in that direction, then be true to yourself, be honest with yourself and honest with others. And then beginnings of actual love and relationships right around the corner. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Again, my name is Daniela, and I am Purple Star Tarot. You can find my bookings on my website. I am available to do readings, and I will be at a festival in the next week. So just get in touch with me if you have any questions. Thank you so much for joining me here, and you have a great night.